Reform could enable social cohesion, deliver social justice, and restore dignity to the majority of the people of our country.
It's one of the country's most emotive issues, the land question. And the panel of experts attempts to provide guidelines by calling for the establishment of a land reform fund, public and private sector contributions to support land acquisition. It also recommends commercial financial support post-settlement.
Our hope is that this will get buy-in, but we need to make sure that there is broad buy-in through consultations and mobilization, and the financial support from the state, which includes restructuring of the land bank.
One of the areas of concern, though, is corruption in the critical sector.
We urge government to take steps to improve oversight and more investigation and prosecutions to stop land-related corruption in all its forms. The department must tighten up the beneficiary selection process.
On the question of expropriation of land without compensation, the panel says the circumstances must be clear. So which land can be expropriated? In cases where land is abandoned, land held for speculative purposes, unused land owned by the states, land obtained through criminal activity, inner city buildings with absentee landlords, and land donations.
The discussion on expropriation without compensation should stop being used for fear-mongering. It should actually be clarified so that we understand that if your land is utilized correctly, if you employ people, and if you've paid fair value for residential purposes, for example, or even if for commercial purposes where you can show utility and productivity, that expropriation without compensation should not necessarily affect you.
It's up to government now to ensure that the recommendations are taken into account in the land reform process. Khalihle Khumalo, Pretoria.